Good morning, students. This lesson is of class 7th for the subject of history. Chapter 9, The Great Akbar, a case study, which we will continue from page number 82 of your textbook, titled Past and Present 7, and is being submitted to you on 17th November 2020. This voice is of Millie Bhatnagar. In the previous lecture, we had studied about the early life of Akbar, his conquest and central administration during his reign. We will continue here with the study of provincial administration of Akbar. Look at the flowchart given here. The empire of Akbar was divided into a number of provinces called Subas, which was headed by a Subedar. The provinces were further divided into sarkars or districts. The main official there was a Faujdar. The sarkars were further divided into parganas, that is, a group of villages with a number of officials. The parganas were finally divided into villages which was headed by a panchayat. Besides Subedar, there were other officials like the Diwan, finance minister, provincial Bakshi in charge of recruitment, discipline, and efficiency of the provincial army. The Kotwal looked after the town administration. That is, it was his responsibility to perform civil and police duties. Let us try to find out about the Subas under Akbar's reign through a map of Akbar's empire. Students, this is the map of Akbar's empire. In the northwest, you can see the Suba of Kabul, Lahore, and Multan. Moving on to the west, you have Ajmer, then Gujarat, Khandesh, Ahmednagar, Berar, Allahabad. This area was called as Awadh. In the east, you have Bihar and Bengal. So these were the main subas during the reign of Akbar. At the time of Akbar's death, there were 15 subas. Revenue administration. The land revenue was the most important source of income. In 1580, Akbar's revenue minister, Raja Todarmal, introduced a land revenue system called as Todarmal's Bandobast. The main features of the system were: number 1, the entire land of the empire was surveyed according to a uniform system of measurement. Number 2, earlier the land was measured with rope, but now a bamboo rod joined together with iron rings in order to make the measurement accurate. Point number 3. Not all land has the same fertility or crop production. So, the land was divided into good, average, and bad. Number 4. The average produce and the average price of the past 10 years was calculated, and the revenue was fixed on the basis of this average. The king's share was 1/3 of the average produce. It could be collected both in cash or kind. The revenue officers were not harsh in the collection of revenue. Farmers were given loans on easy installments to buy seeds, implements, and cattle. Akbar encouraged both internal and external trade. The chief exports were textiles, spices, pepper, indigo, opium, and saltpeter. The imports included horses, metals, silk, ivory, precious stones, velvet, perfumes, etc. Students, this is the world map, present day world map, but we'll try to find out the areas with which Akbar traded. So the main areas of trade was China, Central Asia, and Europe. Army administration. In the Mughal Empire, Emperor was the commander-in-chief of the army. Next to him was Mir Bakshi. The Mughal army consisted of the infantry, the cavalry, the artillery, the war elephants, and the navy. Before we discuss Mansabdari system, let us take a quick and short break. You may kindly pause the recording for 3 to 4 minutes and write the answers for the following questions in your notebooks. Question number 1. Which was the lowest unit of administration of the Mughals? Question number 2. Who looked after the town administration? Question number 3. How was land measured under Akbar? Let us discuss the answers now. Answer number 1. Village was the unit, lowest unit of administration. Answer number 2, Kotwal. Answer number 3, land was measured under a uniform system of measurement by bamboo rods joined together with iron rings. Mansabdari system. It was a unique feature introduced by Akbar. The word Mansab means a place or rank. Thus, a Mansabdar was a person who held a particular rank. It was according to his rank that his salary and military responsibility was decided. Every Mansabdar had two ranks, the Zat and the Savar. The Zat rank indicated the number of soldiers that a Mansabdar was required to have, while the Savar indicated the actual number of horses to be maintained by him. The Zat rank ranged from 10 to 10,000. The nobles were given the rank up to 5,000, and those above 5,000 were given to the princes. The higher the Zat, the more prestigious was the position of a noble in the court, and the higher was his salary. Though the salary was fixed in cash, it was paid through a jagir, that is, a piece of land. From the revenue collected, a Mansabdar was required to maintain his household and the troops. Later on, Mansabdari system led to many problems. There was an increase in the number of Mansabdars, and this created a shortage of Jagirs. So, the Jagirdars tried to collect as much revenue as possible till they had the Jagir in their hands. The peasants suffered badly under heavy taxation, religious policy. Though Akbar was a devout Muslim who said 5 prayers daily and followed the principles of Islam, but in public life he followed a policy of religious toleration. Following were some steps taken by him which prove his religious toleration. He abolished jizya, a tax levied on non-Muslims. In 1562-63, he abolished the pilgrim tax that was levied on Hindus who took pilgrimage to their holy places. He participated in the Hindu festivals like Holi, Diwali and Raksha Bandhan. Akbar himself adopted many Hindu and Parsi beliefs like worship of sun god and the belief in the doctrine that soul passes into a different body after death. Home assignment. Write the new words in your notebook. With this, we come to an end of this session. We will continue with more study on Akbar in our next session. Thank you.